Alright, I'm not taking my cart today because I only won 2 things in the auction and they're not very big. So I'm just taking a bag. I'm busy today. There were some dishes I was after, but the price went too high and it just wasn't worth it, so.
Hi.
Hi.
You know what I did?
And she has a box, yay. No, we're glad because that makes it easier to ship these things.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Holy cow. Oh, no. That's not good. Shipping's going to be a bear on that.
Almost fit in a large post office box.
Yeah, it might.
To where weight
Yep.
matter.
Yep. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing with it. Hopefully someone wants to buy this.
Fish and ships.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to put this in its little case so she
Yeah.
doesn't get
I
broken.
think she comes apart.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. I've had these in the past. Well, you know it's going. So we're just plugging along.
Yeah, well, I hope things get better with your
Oh, situation? Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is for now. Got to make the best of it. So,
Sounds good.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good luck. You too. Hello, Fat Grandma here. It is Sunday. Happy Easter. I hope that everyone's enjoying time with your family. If this is a holiday that you celebrate, you know, and that you don't see this video until either tonight or tomorrow and because you're too busy having fun and spending time with your loved ones. We're going to have food later. My mom's feeding chickens and doing things with the animals. So we're going to eat after some of the cats are not out running around in the house because it's too hard to do food with all of them out there. Anyway, if you have not been here before, my name is Paula. I have a small eBay store. I occasionally sell on Poshmark. However, I did not have any Poshmark sales this week. Not unusual for me. They are uncommon. You know, it's hit or miss with Poshmark for me. I only had 5 sales this week, so it hasn't been great, and none of them were really very good sales. So there's that. You know, it is what it is. I've been listing, it's just not doing nothing's happening. I haven't run any sales, so my sale ended, and I'm just kind of taking a break from running the sales and dealing with all of that. Because when I run sales, I get a lot of lowball offers for whatever reason. I don't know why those two things seem to go hand in hand with me, but they do. So, just didn't feel like dealing with it this week. My energy level has been kind of low for the past week, a little over a week. I think it's because it's starting to get hot, and you guys will probably see this hairdo for the next 5 months because it's now 82 degrees, 84. It's up to 84 degrees in my room right now. I've not turned on my air conditioner yet. Trying to wait, but I think I'm going to have to turn it on because I'm getting to the point where it's making me not feel well. So, and I can't do anything. If I move around at all, I start sweating, and it's just gross. I don't like it. So, anyway, at some point I'm going to have to get a different light because I will have foam board in my window to keep some of the heat out, and so I won't be able to have the window open when I record my videos. So I'll have to get a different light to put in front of me that doesn't put any glare on my glasses. It's been a whole process with me in these videos. Some of them in the early days, you couldn't even see my eyes because my glasses were so full of glare. I have to wear them or I can't see. So anyway, I'm going to break into my solds, and then I'll tell you guys about an issue I had with a buyer. So the first sold I had, or first sold, the first sale I had was a pair of solid gua. I can't. Every time I go to do a video, I have talking problems. Words don't work. It's my mouth gets broken. It's a whole thing. Anyway, solid brass quail. And these, you guys probably saw these if you saw the video where I was talking about eBay search not working. Anyway, they fixed it. Whatever they've fixed the search as far as I can tell. Someone found these and bought them. I want to say I paid up for these, and I paid too much. I can't remember what I paid. I'll put it up here. But I did overpay for these because someone kept bidding against me. I talked about it in a video. I got very competitive with someone and overpaid. So anyway, I sold them for $24.99, and with shipping, they were $34.78. It was not a good buy. And then there was a problem with the order, but I'll get into that after I tell you about the rest of my solds. So the next item I sold was an old wallet that I had. It was Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington zip around wallet. So it had the zipper that goes all the way around. It had a lot of compartments and stuff in it. I got a different wallet, so I decided to sell this one. It was worn on the ends a little bit. Anyway, it sold for $4, and it was $11.63 with shipping. The next item I sold was something that came in an auction lot, and it was not a focal point of the lot. It was just something that was thrown in there, very random. It was a hand-painted, gourd-shaped papier-mâché folk art lady, and it was kind of cool looking. I've never seen one before. I don't know if I'll ever see one again, but I had her listed. There were some others listed that didn't look like her, but similar, and they were listed for over $40. Anyway, she was a little dirty, and so I listed her. I can't remember what I had her listed for, but it was somewhere around $40. Anyway, somebody sent me an offer for $23.56, and I'm not sure why they chose that amount, but I accepted the offer. And they wrote me a note when they made the offer. It was really sweet. He was like, I know this offer seems low. I'm not trying to offend you. It's just that funds are low right now, but I really like her, blah, blah, blah. And he was very nice. I could tell it wasn't somebody that was just trying to scam me or what. You get a tone from people's messages. And so I accepted his offer. I don't know what this thing was worth. You know what I mean? I've never had one. I've never seen one before. I threw a number on it. He made me an offer. I took it. So it didn't cost me anything. Like I said, it was thrown in with a bunch of other stuff in an auction lot. So, at the most, it was probably $2 or something. And I sold it for $23.56. So, that was an okay sale. Probably $18 in profit after the box and all the paper and the bubble wrap and stuff. So that's not too bad. The next item I sold was a lot of 5 vintage Christmas ornaments, and this has been listed for a while. I made an offer. I sent out offers to people who had liked the listing. So it sold for $12.50, and with shipping it was $22.43. So somebody got 5 ornaments. I'm getting to the point where things are going to start getting lotted up. And if they don't sell, they're going to either go to the swap meet or get donated, because some of this stuff I'm just tired of looking at. I know I've been saying that for a while, but it's getting there. I'm getting there. The last item that sold, I seriously don't think I'm going to have any other sales today, just because it's Easter and who's on eBay shopping, maybe tonight. If by chance I get another sale before the video or before I edit this, I will put it in after this next sale and, let you guys know, but I seriously doubt it. The last item that sold was a vintage cookie pastry press. And it came with 12 discs. This is another thing that my mom had in her kitchen cabinet. And it sold for $22.99, so half of the proceeds go toward the electric bill here for her, because that's what she wants. That's what she wants her money to go to, so it'll get paid on the electric. Anyway, $22.99, and with shipping it was $33.84. I think that's the fastest I've ever gone through my solds ever. Okay, I'm back. I'm inserting because, of course, I would have a sale while I was editing the video, because that's how things go, and it's fine. I actually had 2 sales. We ate, and I started editing the video, and I checked my email and saw that I had 2 more sales. So one of them was a DVD, The Air That I Breathe, with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and that sold for $3.99, and with shipping it's $8.21. And the other thing that sold was another thing that my mother had in her cabinets. It was a vintage Pyrex Forest Fancies mushroom casserole dish set of 3, and we had all 3 lids. They sold for $105 plus shipping, and with shipping it's $134.78. Now, I had promoted some listings just to see, and this has been promoted for over a week now. There were several people watching these bowls, but after all of the fees and the shipping, it looks like the net is going to be around $70, $75, but after the box and all the packing materials, it's going to be closer to $70. So, and that'll get split with my mom, so $35 for my share and $35 toward the electric bill. I am fuzzy. Oh well. Anyway, that was the 2 other sales that came in while I was editing. Back to the video. Anyway, the issue that I had with a customer was the brass quail, and she received them, and I think it took 1 day for the package to get. She's in Phoenix, this person who bought these, and she wrote to me and said they were very cute, but the small one had a black spot on its nose. And I went back, and if you've gotten brass before, you know that they can get black spots on them, brass pieces. And I went back and looked at the photos, and there was a black spot on the smaller one's nose. And I'm like, so I wrote back to her and I said, is it different than the photos? And all she said was yes. She never sent me a picture. She didn't embellish, nothing. And I said, well, if you'd like to return them, I will give you a refund once I get them back. And I told her that she could start a return and that I would gladly return, take them back and give her money back once I had them. And I don't know, maybe 10 minutes went by and she wrote me back and said, no, they're too cute. I'll keep them. And I'll give you positive feedback now. So she left me feedback, and I wrote her back and I said, I don't want you to keep something you're not happy with. I didn't hear another word from her. So then a few days go by. So that was on the 4th. And so this all happened yesterday on the 8th. So 4 days. 4 days go by, and I get an email from her, and she says, they turned black and green. I had to throw them out. I know she's lying. She said she couldn't return them because she has an infectious disease and she had to throw them away. That was the reason that she gave me. Nothing to do with anything. I mean, none of this was mentioned before when I told her she could return the items and I would refund her. She didn't say, oh, I can't return them. I have an infectious disease. What the hell is that even? I don't even know what that means. Does she have COVID and she can't They're brass. Let them sit out in the sun for a little while. Spray them with alcohol. I don't know, Anyway, so she was really pissy about it. She said she wanted a refund. And I wrote her back and I said, I'm sorry, you already left feedback. This is a closed sale. I contacted eBay because then, and this was 4 days after the fact, eBay's holding my funds. because of a buyer, because the buyer instigated a return, but they didn't, none of that came through until yesterday, 4 days after. Apparently, when she first saw them, she started a return and then she canceled the return, like within 15 minutes. She canceled the return, she decided to keep them. And I never even knew. I didn't get an email. I got nothing from eBay. I got no emails, I got no messages, no nothing until yesterday, 4 days later. And it said my funds are being held. So I called eBay and I'm like, what's going on? Because then it said the buyer had canceled the return request. And I'm like, why am I just now getting all of this crap, 4 days later? And so I called eBay and I told the kid, I said, I want you to put me on hold and go back and read all the messages so that you can see what the conversation was between the two of us and that she decided to keep these. And so he put me on hold, and then a couple minutes later he came back and he said, no, you're fine. He said, you don't have to do anything. He said, it's closed, it's over with. And he said, there's really nothing to do unless you want to. I said, I'm not refunding her anything. I said, I know she's pulling a fast one. I know what she was after when she said there was a black spot on the one's nose. She wanted some kind of a discount. I know that's what she was fishing for. She didn't come out and say it, but I know that's what she was after. And then, I don't know what her personal situation is, but maybe someone got pissed off that she spent $25 on some brass quail and told her to return them, and maybe that's why all this happened. I have no idea. I don't care what her problems, that's her situation to deal with. Don't shop online if you're not supposed to be shopping online. This is why I'm single. No one gets to tell me what to do. Anyway, so in the end, and I told the eBay rep, I said, well, she could dispute the charge on her credit card. And he said, yes, she could, but he said, I have all of the, he said, you have all of the proof that you offered to return, offered her a refund, you offered to let her return the item. He said, you don't have to worry about it. He said, nothing's going to happen to you. So it's like, okay, good. So that's what happened with the quail. I don't like the fact that she lives in Phoenix, because she has my address now, because our return address is on our shipping labels when we send packages out. I don't like the fact that someone local who may or may not be, you don't know with people, has my address. But I'm just going to have to hope that she just goes on with her life and leaves me alone. Anyway, that's my story this week. Nothing has happened health-wise, knock on wood, nothing new. Other than the fact that I can't stand summer and I'm going to be miserable for the next 5 months. So, but I knew it was coming. We actually had kind of a winter this year, which was really nice because we don't really get a chance to wear warm clothes, like long sleeves or any of that. I mean, maybe a couple of days out of the year, but it doesn't last. And this year, it was nice. We had a lot of rain, and I enjoyed it. So now I got to pay. I think that's it. Again, if anything else sells, I will have put it in after the last sale, which was the cookie pastry press. And I hope that you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.